What's up? I'm back. This segment's gonna be about the Inhumans. I mentioned them before, comparing them to X-Men, and people ask me what are my take on them as characters. Well, I think as characters, I never disliked them in the comics. They're always I was neutral on them, partly because they were more connected to Fantastic Four. I wasn't really a Fantastic Four guy, so when they came out, I didn't really. They caught my eye, but not really. Once they started crossing over with Avengers and X Men, came to my attention a little more. One of their characters was married to Quicksilver, so I started paying attention to them. And I think in terms of plot for movies, I mean they're excellent. I mean you can't really beat them, to be honest. I think they actually one of Marvel's dark horses. If Marvel could take Guardians of the Galaxy and make them popular, and Humans is 2 times better than that, to be honest. And think of it: the Celestials, ancient gods of Marvel, right? Experimented on Earth, and with DNA, a whole bunch of other things. The Kree, an alien race, sees this. They're in conflict with another alien race, and they decide that they can they can make their own mutant soldiers. So they take a segment of humanity and genetically, alter them, and Inhumans come. Eventually, it's not clear why they left the project alone. Some people say it was because of a prophecy that the Inhumans would destroy them, so they left it alone. So the Inhumans were able to kind of evolve by themselves, but they separated themselves from humanity. They had a lot of deformities and stuff like that, so they started genetically modifying themselves, and this created a heavy caste system. So in human society, no matter how powerful you are, you can't move up your caste, right? So everything, their role is based on their parents, based on their specific power, and you really can't move up in their society. And they have a strict rule: no interbreeding with other species. Now, people like Crystal and others have broken that rule, but then Crystal is part of the royal family. So Inhumans are ruled by a royal family. Black Bolt, their most famous leader, very powerful dude. I mean, he was able to at times battle Thanos 1-on-1. He even battled the Hulk. Now, a few times he actually battled Hulk. Now, because of that, and some people, he battled Hulk to my knowledge twice. One time, a long time ago, where he beat the Hulk. Second time, it was a Skrull who was impersonating him, and I think it was in World War Hulk, and obviously Hulk beat him. So people will say, "Oh, well, he can't really fight the Hulk." Well, people understand that when a Skrull copies someone, I think they only have 10% the strength of what they're copying. So Black Bolt at full strength screams enough. His screams could destroy cities. Some say planets. So I mean, he runs the Inhumans. I mean, and he fought Ronan the Conqueror head to head. So he's a very powerful dude, and Inhumans are very powerful in general, and they have advanced technology. I mean, their whole city changed locations where it even went to the far side of the moon, dark side of the moon. So when you're looking at them very carefully, there's a lot of potential in it. For movies, you got a caste system, you got an old culture that has been coexisting with humanity for millions of years, but in isolation. You have characters they can either go cosmic or they could stay terrestrial, and I think they will need that, because I think though Guardians of the Galaxy was very good, I think if Marvel was smart, like Captain Marvel, not sure how that's gonna go. You probably can take that cosmic, obviously. Inhumans is a good one to kind of be able to go in between, because Thor could go in between as well. You kind of need that, because you can tell they're trying to beef up their cosmic universe just as much as the terrestrial Marvel, the Earth-based Marvel, Earthbound Marvel. Interesting thing is, Marvel, in my opinion, has always been kind of weak cosmically. They've been stronger in terms of their Earth storylines. So I think to see them in terms of movies had the potential to expand cosmically, I think is really cool. And I definitely think the Inhumans can definitely be a good step to that, because they can kind of exist in both worlds. You kind of see them kind of interacting a little bit. Agents of the Shield, they're starting to see elements of there out there like that. Look, Agents of the Shield is kind of espionage, and Inhumans could really deal with that world too. So you're looking at I would say, characters that are very versatile. You could even bring in the Celestials, kind of, if you want. I'm not sure how that works with Fox, but I don't think Fox owns the rights to Celestials. And obviously, they probably would be a factor in the Infinity War. So I definitely think that, Inhumans, if you don't really know them, excellent characters. You're dealing with an old empire. Think of, if you're not a comic book fan at all, think of mutants But with mutants, they never said where that came from. Inhumans, they did. Even though in the comics they came up with theories too, but the Inhuman theory is kind of established continuity of where the origin came from, where their powers came from. You're dealing with very old empire, have their own caste system, ruled by a royal family, can exist both cosmically and earthbound. I think Black Bolt, Medusa, those are excellent characters. I definitely think they have potential. So, Inhumans definitely have a bright future. Till next time, peace.